This team will never lose again.
Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we've got a decent slate for you guys. We got 10 games in the NBA, 9 in the NHL. I looked at I noticed the schedule. I believe yesterday was 9 games. Today is 9 games. No, today is 9 games in the NHL. Tomorrow is 9 games in the NHL. Sunday is 9 games in the NHL. To end the year, and I believe it's 1 game on the first. I believe one singular game on January the 1st, which that should be a fun game to cap as well, because that'll be
Seattle and Vegas, right?
That'll be at T-Mobile Park. T-Mobile Park, and or formerly known as Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington, home of the Mariners. So that should be a fun game in a few days. But we have 3 9-game NHL slates before that. We have a 10-game NBA slate. I've moved on 3 spots in the NHL so far, and there's a few I'm eyeing down as well. So we will be getting into those. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1 went right, 1 went wrong in the world of sports betting. Wasn't a good day for me. I was down about 2.5 units. I mean, it was one of those where it's one of those days. It's not going to kill you, but it was a frustrating day. Where I believe the only thing that went right was football. But NBA first, I lost. I think for the second time in 3 days, or second time in 4 days, I lost an under in the NBA because it went to overtime.
Nice.
Because the team that was a 17-point favorite went to overtime. And that's why I lost my under.
You're so close, Pistons. So close.
That's why I lost my under, and I lost the team total under on that last shot that tied the game up and went and sent it to overtime, because I had the team total under 107.5 for the Pistons, and I had the under 232. It was 108, 106. I'm like, all right, cool. Finish like this, it'll be good. We'll be fine. And nope. I hate the NBA. Portland gets their ass whooped. I had the -4.5. They play the Spurs again today. That's an interesting spot to look at there. And the Nuggets -7.5 was easy. A lot of love coming in on those Memphis Grizzlies. The line moved the wrong way. I saw value on Denver, and that was the only one that went right for me last night. The NHL, I was lucky to split out the first game there. I had Montreal team total over 2.5 and Montreal money line. I got the team total. I lost the money line, and damn it, if I would have looked the other way, I would have cashed both, because I was staring at the game. I knew Montreal team total was going to be a play for me tomorrow. It was whether or not I was going to go Montreal money line or the over 6.5, and I chose the money line, and I went the wrong way. That's frustrating. And then the last 2 games, they weren't even close. LA Kings, they were down 3-1, or they were down 3-0, 3-1 or whatever. That was very flattering that the game finished 3-2 for the Kings. And Vancouver -1 was as wrong as it can get. They get blown out 4-1 against the Flyers. I do expect the Flyers to fall off a little bit, but goddamn, this team's annoying when it comes to playing good teams on the road. They're like last year's Buffalo Sabres, this Philadelphia Flyers team. They're winning games on the road against good opponents. That's just what they do. So frustrating there by Vancouver on that spot. My only college basketball play goes down the drain. UCI -12. They win by 7, so they do not cover. And then the only thing that went right for me yesterday, I don't always. That was the first time I bet a primetime over. I don't always bet primetime overs, but when I do, they go over in the first half. That was easy. Browns team total over 20.5 was a winner. Full game over 34.5 was an easy winner. And both those came through in the first half when it was, 27-14, 51 points scored in the first half. That was crazy. It was 34-17, something like that. But also for my futures, that was a huge game because step one is complete with the Cleveland Browns AFC and Super Bowl futures. Cleveland Browns are going dancing this year. I'm hoping maybe we get a little bit of luck here. And I'm probably going to be betting Baltimore this weekend. So who knows if this is 100% true. I hope Baltimore loses the last two games and the Browns win their last game, and maybe they can steal the 1 seed or just the 2 seed. We need home playoff games for the Cleveland Browns this year. That's a must for me. I need to see them play at home in the playoffs. That would be awesome to see. But with that being said, overall yesterday, not a great day, down 2.58 units, went overall 4-7. So it happens. We're on to the next day. I've already locked in plays for the day, and I'm ready to lock in some more. Tim?
We'll quickly. I was tracking plays. By the way, Nick, while I go over stuff, if you're able to start putting hockey plays up on the site, that'd be nice. Ended up being a negative day, down 0.92 units. Started off nicely with the soccer play. BHA plus 145 was a winner. Montreal was a loser. Detroit plus 17. You all thought I was crazy. They almost won outright. They should have won outright. But the over in the Pacer game didn't hit. And it was not because of the Pacers. It's because the Bulls only put up 104 points. Pathetic. Dallas plus 10, winner. The over in the Nuggets game. The Nuggets put up 142 points. Nikola Jokic, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, a block, 100% shooting. Oh, I forgot to mention, he didn't play the fourth quarter. Yeah. If anybody thinks that anybody else is the MVP, I don't know what you're looking at. Jokic is clearly the best player in the league. The over in the Spurs game did not hit. The Kings money line on the site did not hit. I was on Vegas. Clear bounce back spot for them. And then UCI only won by 7, so that was a loser. Small losing day, but we move on. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better, but it is what it is. We got looks like a very active chat this morning. So
yeah.
Good morning, gentlemen. I blessed our action today. It's going to be a profitable day. Let's go. You're both in orange. Must be twins. I got my Mets sweatshirt on today.
And I'm on my last clean shirt until I head back to Greenville.
Nice. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Social appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy, you know the rest. Am I saying, my dog? Yeah, we got some NBA that we'll talk about in a little bit. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Wildcats football, never in doubt. Let's take a moment, Nick, and enjoy that NC State lost their bowl game. All right. Supness. Sup, Lex. A month of December for me is terrible, but next year's going to be better. Yeah, I hope so. I got Pistons first half, but missed on full game. There you go. Pistons, shake my head. Detroit was up by 21 and a half. Was up by 21 at the half and lost. Wow, unbelievable. Now we're tied for the most losses in a sports. If we don't beat the Raptors, we'll have the record. I believe, actually, no. It was the Chicago Cardinals in the NFL from 41 to 45 that had 29 straight losses. So you guys got away from tying that. What's up? What's up, JPZ? All-time losing streak. Yo. Supness. Yo. No. 446. Nope. You can't be coming in and stealing Lex's saying and then stealing Joe Kryptonite saying.
At least he's in the chat this time.
At least he's in the live chat. There you go. Simeon ruined my same game parlay with that last drive. Had him under 224.5. Was so dumb. Why were they even trying at the end? I was annoyed because all week long is Browns. I ended up putting the Jets as a contest pick. I don't know why. I'm an idiot, but yeah. Tim, can you look at the Detroit players schedule and tell us if there's a win in the forecast for my hometown team soon, please, in your crystal ball? Yes. Not only will I call a win for the Pistons, I will call a winning streak for the Pistons. I know. Hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out, Marcos. We're going to, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait a little while. We're going to go and skip down to January 24th and January 27th. January 24th, they're at home versus Charlotte. That's a win. And then January 27th, they're at home versus Washington. That's a win. As for the rest of the year, that's all I got. But you will have a winning streak. So the Pistons will have 4 wins in the season, and they'll have 2 winning
streaks.
What's up, my guys? Memphis college football transfer portal. Habs race to 2. 2 Sharks team total over 1.5. Something killed your parlay.
Yeah, the Sharks and the Habs killed this parlay.
The idiotic 446 has showed up. There you go. Pistons money line was almost good, but plus 17. There you go. Timmy, that Brighton game, took Brighton money line and then parlayed Brighton money line and over 2.5. Both teams to score. Let's go, dude. Get it. Get it. Tim Nice calling EPL, had BHA over goals, over corners. Nice, dude. Nice. Got a player prop also for Pedro. Ravens will not lose. No, they won't. My boss said Baltimore and San Fran on Super Bowl. I stick with Kansas City and San Fran, I guess. I don't think I don't think the Chiefs are making it anywhere near the Super Bowl. Joker didn't miss it last night. No, he did not. That's your MVP right there. I don't want to hear any Embiid people. No, it's Jokic. It's Jokic because one of them shows up for games. The other one dodges all the good teams. NHL, Washington, garbage.
Was trash.
Oh, NHL was trash. Sorry. Hello, Happy New Year. Award-winning cappers, Earle Bros. I'm not sure if that, but yeah. T-Wolves plus Pels money line parlay minus 170 cash for me yesterday. Canucks laid an egg on the ice. Happens. I got all unders except Carolina.
Yeah, I was looking at that over, and I never pulled the trigger on the full game over.
No, LeBron James is a bum. Active chat. Yes, active chat today. Lots of NBA, yes. Let's go. Value. Let's get it. MVP in the NBA will undoubtedly be a white guy from Europe. I can think of a couple.
Him and Luka.
It's either him or Luka. And you can make some arguments if Oklahoma City really has a big year SGA. I'm not even putting Embiid in the conversation because of how many games he's missed.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept telling people yesterday if they like the Pistons, take the first quarter. Oh yeah, I forgot. Kansas State Wildcats took Arizona plus 175 in addition. Did Arizona end up winning?
Yes.
Nice. Good for them. That was my one play that I was like, I really liked yesterday. So, yes, good for them. Wizards first quarter as a dog. There you go. Also, the soccer plays from yesterday hit. Nice. Hear me out tomorrow. Pistonians play Raptors. Pistonians outright. No. Nope. Yes, sir. What's up, Justin? Positions covered first half. Pistonians covered first half, so why not go opposite and selves and take full game? I mean, they covered full game, so I don't know why people are complaining. I do Wizards first half Lex. That's I've been rolling. Get it? Now Wizards going to stomp the Pistons whenever and wherever.
He's a DC guy.
They could honestly finish 2-80, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Keep in mind, Untouchable's a DMV guy.
I know. Today's plays. There you go. A bunch of stuff in soccer. Good luck, Lex. Stacks Pod. Memphis. That Memphis football game over 57.5. Get it, Justin? Sam, so mean to my guy LeBron James. I don't like LeBron James. That being said, I have 2 jerseys for him in my closet for whatever reason. It's my one Lakers jersey. It's my one Lakers jersey. It's my one Cavs jersey. So this is what being live is like. Yeah, welcome 446 to the world of live streaming. Let's start. Let's actually jump into the games, Nick.
Yeah, let's get started here. This is one of the 3 hockey games I've moved on already. Let's take a look here. We have the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have the Leafs as minus 205 favorites here on the road with a total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, where it opened up minus 205 for Toronto. It's a 201 now, so a small move towards Columbus. Line opened up at a 7 at even money. It's a 7 at plus 107 now. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. Let's switch over to NHL, where we have 96% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on the over, which does make me a little nervous. And then we have 72% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the Maple Leafs, and the lines move towards the Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets are getting 70% of the tickets and 64% of the cash on the puck line. I've already moved on this over in this spot, over at 7. Let's grab my projections out for this game here. There we go. Where I have this game projected at the highest scoring game of the day at around 8.25 goals. So if you want to take an alternative over 7.5, get some nice plus money in there, I don't hate that at all. I think this is one of those 5-4, 6-5 type of games. I think this is a back and forth, high scoring type of matchup here. And I like Columbus in this spot. I haven't bet Columbus yet. Unfortunately, their team total is 2.5 minus 160. I would like a piece of that team total. I would have liked a piece of that team total. I would lean in that direction. Am I going to be laying $1.60 on that? No. Am I going to be taking plus 175 for the Columbus Blue Jackets money line? Yeah. I'm going to be on Columbus, and I'm going to be on the over in this spot here. I don't think that Toronto should be laying this type of number on the road in this spot. We've seen Columbus play a little bit better as of late, but they're a team that one thing that kind of they struggle with is holding leads in the third period. We saw them do that against the Devils last game. We had a nice big plus 205 or whatever with them, 210. And they had a 3-2 lead with a minute to go and gave up the lead. This is one of those games where I can see Toronto kind of slacking off. This is a little bit of a revenge game as well. These two teams just played on the 23rd before the break, and Toronto won 4-1. I think this is one of those spots where Columbus wins this game, something along the lines of 5-4. So I'm on Columbus plus 175, and I'm on the over in this spot at over 7 with a lean towards the team total. Maybe if you want to bet the team total for Columbus, make it a little bit of a smaller bet. Don't go crazy on it, but I would lean that way as well.
Yeah, I would look towards the over as well. There's no, I'm not, it's not really anything besides China. You got a Leafs team that's just been scoring, and their defense has not been good. Samsonov has been awful. Even though it actually has been Jones 4 out of the last 5 games. So keep that one in mind. And the only game that
Sam today, by the way, I saw Sammy's confirmed.
Yeah. The last game that Samsonov played as well, Nick, he allowed 5 goals to Buffalo. So
yikes.
Yeah. So it could be a bounce back spot for him. If I'm going to go after anything, I kind of like your overlook. I want to kind of look towards the draw.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because I know you get Toronto, who's not been going to draws as much as of late. But I could easily see this game being a 4-4 game going into overtime.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're only offering me plus 320 on my book for a draw. I need FanDuel. I need them to legalize it already here in North Carolina so I can bet on FanDuel, because it's frustrating me seeing draw lines at plus 320, plus 330, and I see FanDuel at 370, 380.
Yeah, so that's where I would go in this one. I would be, I would look towards a over in the draw for me.
Yeah, I'm on the same page there. I want a little bit of that team total bet, 160. Maybe that's something where when I start the new year, I think I'm going to go to a more high volume, lower units type of thing. Maybe I probably would have thrown a quarter unit at the team total here at that 160 number. But Just just Blue Jackets and over for me.
Yeah. Quick to the chat. Like it, Lex. Going to follow. Send them to me. Oh, you're talking soccer stuff. Blue Jackets money line in the under. I don't like the under in this game. Blue Jackets. I can see the Blue Jackets though. I swear I'm feeling same about the Pistons tomorrow, and I'm betting the Pistons money line. Really hoping the Raptors upset Celtics. Then it's a perfect win. Okay, that's the only case where I would actually be interested in backing the Pistons tomorrow is if the Celtics win. If the Raptors beat the Celtics tonight.
No, okay, then I don't think that.
Fact, yeah. But if Raps win, I ain't playing it. Yeah, if the Raps lose tonight to Boston, then no. If Raps beat Boston, then I'll bet Detroit.
But I mean, they got to win eventually, right?
No, they don't. Blue Jackets, first period. I had Pistons money line. Last it cashed because they went up by 20.
And then Bet365 has the promo. If they go up by 20, they cash you out.
Wow. That is that is nice. Congratulations on your cash, dude. Then went and put 10 on the Celtics to come back and win. There you go.
There you go.
No, man. Them 2 LeBron jerseys. Yeah, we do. Yeah, Nick's gonna go and grab them now. Watch. I'm on Marsha's show. Marchenko and Matthews anytime goal. Why not with Austin Matthews? He is the best goal scorer in hockey right now. I'm just mad. I only put $3 on the Pistons. Hey, a win's a win, dude. A win's a win. So you can't look at it that way. So,
yeah, I really think you hate LeBron James, Tim.
Yeah, they're just added to the collection. It turns out LeBron James jerseys are the cheapest jerseys. Nobody wants them. So I think those were like $10 each, and there you go. There's my Laker jersey and my Cavaliers jersey. I don't need to get another one of those anymore.
There you go.
But I'm trying to get every single team jersey. So
we have the Nashville Predators. They're at the Detroit Red Wings here. The Wings are 115 favorites. Total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here. We have this line opened up at a -104 for Detroit. It's up to a 108 on Bet Online. Line opened up at 6.5 at -113. It is stayed at that 6.5 at -113. Taking a look at the cash flow here, we have 67% of tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Preds, but the line's moving towards the Red Wings, which everything's starting to fall in the peach for me here in this game. I was looking at a spot in this game. 78% of the tickets are on the over. No cash flow here on the over in this spot. Taking a look at my projections in this game, I have the Red Wings projected around a -140 favorite in this game. And for me, what's really setting this apart, where I think I can trust the Red Wings a little bit more at the moment, is it's not James Reimer in net. Alex Lyon's back, who had been really good for the Detroit Red Wings, and that's what I needed to really see. And this game, the more and more I look at it, I'm going to make the move on it here. I'm going to be on the Red Wings at -115. I think this is a good spot for the Red Wings in this game. They are coming in off of a bad loss against the Minnesota Wild. They lost 6-3, but when you take a look at this Red Wings team, they've really struggled without Alex Lyon. It was pretty simple. They've actually lost 8 of their last 10 games, which is kind of scary. But now all of a sudden, the Nashville is starting to come back down to earth. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games. The only one they won was at Philadelphia, 4-2. They just lost to Dallas and Carolina, which are 2 decent teams. I'm not saying they're losing to bad teams, but this is not a Nashville team that I'm overly excited about when it comes to this overall as a team. I do think that they are a bubble team at best, and I think they've maybe been overperforming a little bit here in Nashville. They're 19-16 on the year. No overtime losses, which is going to end up keeping me off the not looking towards any type of draw here with Nashville. They've not really been much of a draw team, But I'm going to be on the Wings here. Wings minus 115 for me.
I went and looked at this one. I'm not gonna touch this game. I'm not really too interested in the Wings. I think both teams are gonna kind of just fall flat. And when it comes to it, I'm just not interested in jumping on any of that. So when it comes to it, I think both these two teams you look at and just like, not really anything I want to go after. So these are two teams both going downhill. I'm going to stay away from that.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely not the prettiest game on the slate, but
it is not.
I see some value here. I think that the Red Wings are minus 115 for a reason.
They could be. It could very well be, but I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna touch this game.
Fair enough. Back to the chat.
They have to win at some point. Yeah, that's what everybody says. I don't see it. They don't have to do anything. Are you guys brothers? Yes, we are. Send them jerseys to me. Thanks. No, we'll hold on to it. I got to play the over with that game. Which one were we just talking about, Nick?
The Wings.
Yeah, I could see an over with the Wings game. Bruins smash. Fair. I was leaning Predators and under. Bargain bin. Yeah, they're always the cheap ones. Orange is my favorite color. Yeah, for the Mets. I know. Nasty. It's fantastic. I have a question for Mr. Nixter. What do you think? What do the Browns do next year with Joe Flacco if he wins a playoff game or dare I say Super Bowl?
He retires.
Yeah, I was about to say he retires.
Here's the thing, and I'll say this now. If Joe Flacco wins the Super Bowl this year, that Super Bowl game will be the last game of his career.
I think regardless, this is the last season of his career.
Absolutely. He's 39 years old. He's on he just signed to the practice squad is all he really did. And keep in mind, and we'll definitely forget about this if the Browns do make a little bit of a run this year. Deshaun Watson went 5-1 with the Browns this year.
Yeah.
The Browns were great with Deshaun Watson, which is why I really like the team. And I thought with Deshaun Watson, they are a Super Bowl contender. Absolutely. But Joe Flacco proving that this team can win with almost any quarterback. I mean, they won games with DTR and PJ Walker. Do they bring him back? Maybe as a backup, maybe. But he'll probably want too much money to be a backup. So I'd say no. You're already paying Deshaun Watson enough money. No, you don't bring him back.
There you go.
He retires.
I'm thinking the same. Nashville in the under. Nashville, tough schedule. They have had a tough schedule. Like the Red Wings, I'm not interested in the Red Wings. People still ask if you are related or the same person on a live show. Hey, yes, we're brothers. Maybe he's new. He probably is. Might make the move. Untouchable. There you go. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, I've already made a move in this game already as well, and the line's moved 10 cents in my direction. So I like the way the line's moving and all that. So let's get into it here. We have the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. This line opened up at $1.18 for the Panthers. It's up to $1.33. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 113. It's up to a 6 at minus 115 in this one. So a slight move towards the over, a slight move towards, or a decent move towards the Panthers. 50% of the tickets, 73% of cash is on Florida in this game. 83% of the tickets, 68% of the cash is on the over in this spot as well. And when we look at this game here for me, let me get my projections for this game. I have this game projected around 6.06 goals. I think this 6 number is spot on. I think this line, now the line's losing a little bit of value here with the Panthers because I have this game projected around 150 in this spot for the Panthers. I took Florida last night at $1.25. Shop around. Let's see where the best numbers you can find are. Shop around, obviously, because this line has moved with the Panthers. Let's see. I'm seeing 122 on DraftKings is the best number. And I'm seeing prices up to 150 now on Bet Victor and stuff like that. So definitely shop around. I like the Panthers in this game. I think the Panthers are a bet on team, and they have been for me this season for a decent amount of it. They're one of those teams where I remember last year it was the Devils for me, and it was one of those teams where I thought was going to be heading into the season, but when you saw the first week of numbers, their advanced analytics looked elite, and I'm like, this team's going to go on a run. This Florida team is that team this year for me, and they are a team I'm looking to find ways to bet on, not bet against the Florida Panthers. So I am on Florida in this spot. I like them. I got them at 125. I'm not looking at the draw in this game because the Florida Panthers have not been to overtime in at least 10 games. So when I'm looking for draws, I'm looking for recent form of teams going past regulation. I'm not trying to guess at draws. I'm trying to find teams that have been going to draws. The Rangers, 2 of their last 5 games have, but other than that, not really. And when you look at the track history in this between these two teams, they've done nothing but go over the total. So just something to keep an eye out for there. I believe that I saw a stat 15 of the last 16 between these two teams have gone over the total. My number has this game at around 6.06 goals, so I think this 6 is correct. But with that being said, I'll stay off the total. I will be on the Florida Panthers though at minus 125. Shop around them.
I was actually looking towards a draw, and I could see this one being 3-3 going into overtime. I do like the over. Obviously, you mentioned the recent history with these two teams in terms of totals. I'll rock the over. This game just has 3-3 going to overtime written all over it to me, and that's something I want to kind of go after. I could see some goal scorer props from like Zibanejad or players like that. So I'll look at player props in a little bit. I do like the over though in this game. Over and draw.
There you go. Over and draw for Tim. Back to the chat.
Took the Panthers and a draw. Under. Was leaning Rangers. Rangers too cheap like the Kings yesterday. Panthers.
I think the Rangers being a dog tells you everything you need to know about this game.
There you go. Lex lock of the day. Brooke Lopez Craw, 18.5. Okay, good luck. I have a question for Mr. Tim Allen Earle. If you could see one of your teams win a championship before the
right
end,
answer,
Mets.
The Mets.
It's Mets, and it's not even close. It's not even a tough question. It's Mets all day.
Yep.
Then the Jets and the Sabres. And I already got to see my Nuggets win a championship. I would throw ECU making it to Omaha in there as well. Anyways, let's jump into this game, Nick.
This one's an interesting line here. We have the New Jersey Devils. They're at the Ottawa Senators here. It's a pick'em. Minus 115 for the Devils. Total of 7 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this game between New Jersey and Ottawa. Line opened up at a 110. It's up to a 113. So the line's moved slightly towards New Jersey. And line opened up at a 7 minus 106. It's now a 7 at minus 102. So a slight move towards the under and a slight move towards New Jersey in this one. Let's take a look here in this one. 57% of the tickets, 54% of the cash is on New Jersey. So slight move towards New Jersey makes sense. 96% of the tickets are on the over, on the line moving towards the under in this spot. Let's get up my projections for this game, where I really don't have too much in this game. And the more and more I look at it, I feel like the Ottawa Senators are the side in this game here. They are finally getting they're finally figuring it out under Jacques Martin, their new head coach. And I have them actually as a slight favorite in this game. And I'm actually going to grab some Ottawa in this one. This seems like one of those spots where Ottawa's just playing better right now. And I know I've been fading the Devils as of late. The Devils have not been very good. They've been, I think, one of the more disappointing teams so far this year. When you look at what they've done and compared to my expectations of them, which sounds crazy because they're 18, 13, and 2. So they're an above above 500 team. Here's the thing though, they're sitting 6th in the Metro. So that's kind of interesting there. So this is one of those spots where I am going to be on the Senators. I'm on the Ottawa Senators. I just bet them at -105. I did not expect that to be one of the plays I landed on today, but I like Ottawa here in this spot at -105.
I think the word you were looking for is overrated. This Devils team.
Yes, overrated. And I overrated them this year because I picked them.
I didn't. I did not have them super high in my rankings. I think I had them 6th or 7th to start the year. Compared to everybody who had them 1st or 2nd, I did not believe in this team. Obviously, I don't believe in Ottawa either. I had Ottawa in my 20s. So I had them as one of the there was the cluster of teams that you would look at in the Eastern Conference. That includes Montreal, Detroit, Buffalo, Ottawa, and like Washington and Philly and all those groups. I had Ottawa down towards the bottom of that group, and that's exactly where they are. So, but I do like Ottawa in this game. I think the line tells you everything you need to know. Ottawa at like even money is fine with me.
Fair enough.
Every time the better team is underdog and with both teams above 500, the favorite wins. Not every time, but it happens.
It's a good little system if you like to follow that.
Yeah. Over in the draw.
See, one thing I did look at between Ottawa and New Jersey. Now, recent form, New Jersey's gone to overtime in 3 of their last 7 games. Ottawa only 1 of their last 10. But if you look at recent form, between the last 8 games between these two teams, 5 of them needed more time. So a draw is not a bad look in this game as well, because we have a track history of draws between these two squads. And I'm assuming the draw price is not going to be very good because it's a pick'em, and usually pick'ems are not really. Yeah. So let's see what that draw would be. 310 on my book. Yeah, I could see a draw. That one. I don't know if I want to bet it, though.
No, I'm not going to go draw. I think Ottawa in regulation. Let's head to this one, Nick, and I like this game.
Yeah, I'm looking at this one a little bit, and I think I want to move on this game. And it would be bucking my model, but it would be going after something that I kind of believe in, and this line's kind of telling me that maybe I might get a better number on it. This line opened up at a 165 for the Islanders. It's down to a 147. We have a line opened up at a 5.5 -118. It's down to a 5.5 -117. So we have a move towards the under, and we have a move towards the Capitals in this spot here. We have 65% of the tickets are on the Capitals. No cash flow in this game. 40% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. My projections in this game obviously do not have the Islanders as -150 favorites. It just doesn't. My numbers have the Islanders more along the lines of -130, -135. But with that being said, I would like to move on the Islanders in this game. And it's pretty simple. You get pumped 7 goose the game before, I'm going to look to back you, especially if you're a good team. Now, if this was the Sharks that just got pumped 7 goose in their last game, I'll be like, yeah, they're the Sharks. They're not good. They're supposed to get pumped sometimes. This Islanders team looked like they were not ready to come back from the All-Star or from the Christmas break yet. And I expect them to come out ready, and I expect the Islanders to show up tonight. So I want to move on 2 things in this game. I'm going to go for big plus money on the first one, and I don't bet these often, but when I do, I might start looking more at these type of things when it comes to first periods as well. Give me the Islanders first period puck line at $1.50 plus 150. And I'm going to take the Islanders -1 in this game as well at plus 108. I think this is a statement game for the Islanders. And I would like to double down on them. And I think this is the best way to do it, is them to come out come out pumped up early and run away with this game late. It's going to be Sorokin in net, which this is, I think, a big bounce back spot for Sorokin. And I see the Islanders, after getting pumped 7 goose, coming back and having a good game here. So I'm going to move on the Islanders -1 at plus 118. And I'm going to move on the first period puck line here as well. It's my first period play of the year. But I think this is a good spot for it. So first period puck line plus 150, full game -1, plus 108.
I will say one thing that I'll make a little bit of an argument against it. Washington just lost 5-1. But both of them were blowouts. Both were blowouts.
That was to a good team. So
the
Penguins are not a good team.
They're still the Penguins, so I'm not saying they're a bad team. But
they're not a good team. They're not. No, I would say they're a bad team.
So I'm actually going to take a little bit of a different approach in this game, Nick. Give me the Washington Capitals team total under. Give me the New York Islanders team total under. And why am I doing this? Because I think this game goes 1-1 into overtime. So give me the draw as well. This is going to be a lower scoring game because I think both teams are going to look back at their last games and go, we need to play better defense. And they're going to play a little bit more timid. They're not going to go crazy in terms of aggression. So I am going to go team total under for the Capitals, team total under for the Islanders, the under in the full game, and the draw. Kind of just a full out under game.
So you're thinking 0-0, 1-1.
0-0, 1-1, something in that nature. Going into overtime.
I think the Islanders come out strong here.
They could, defensively. So, took the Capitals in the under. I know the Islanders are heavy over right now, but Capitals have been a solid under team. I like the unders. First time overtime in Devils is plus 370, probably on FanDuel.
Yeah, on FanDuel.
Of course, draw for this game. I could easily see a draw.
I don't think so. I think the Isles win in reg.
I don't. Draw the Capitals. I'm on every under and a draw. Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, and I've moved on this one as well. We have the St. Louis Blues. They're hosting the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche minus 160 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this spot here. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here between Colorado and St. Louis. Line opened up at a 173. It's down to a 161 for Colorado. So we have a 12-cent line movement towards the Blues in this game here. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 108 to 6.5 at minus 117. This is a front end of a back-to-back for the St. Louis Blues. They play Pittsburgh tomorrow. We have 32% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the Blues. So the sharp money coming on the Blues, line moving towards St. Louis. 88% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the over in this spot as well. And when I saw this game and I saw the line for it, I think it's pretty simple for me. And I love, and I've made so much money on this angle the last couple seasons, especially this year. Where and how do you want the Blues? You want them as a home underdog. We cashed last game with the Blues as a home underdog. We're going right back to it here today. Blues money line plus 140. I've already moved on that. And let me take a look real quick what their team total is, because this Colorado team defensively has not been particularly great this year. Let's see. Blues team total is 155 for 2.5. Nah. Maybe if I would take that, it would be a half unit stab at it. It's kind of similar to the Columbus line where it's a minus 160 for that team total over 2.5. I like the 2.5. I don't like the juice for it. I'd be a lean in that direction. But for me, I'm just going to grab the Blues plus 140 in this spot. I like St. Louis in this game.
I know it was over a month ago, but some things kind of sit differently with certain teams. You remember the last time these two teams played each other, Nick? The Blues went into Colorado and won 8-2. Just an absolute smacking. I can't touch the Blues in this game. I would actually lean towards the Colorado side. I kind of want to look towards the over, though, in this game. I could easily see this game being a 4-3 game, a 5-3 game, 5-4 game, something in that range. I'm seeing goals in this game. There's a back and forth, just swinging back and forth type of game. I can't touch a side. I would have to lean towards Colorado in a revenge angle from the last time that they played. But this one ends up being a kind of a stay away. Probably just an over in this game. And if you're not betting Nathan McKinnon props, I don't know what you're doing.
Fair enough.
Nathan McKinnon, goal with Rantanen and assist. Parlay it. Blues, money line in the over and the under, of course. Here you go. Best bet of the day, Mizzou plus 5.5. They have mostly a full roster versus a freshman quarterback for the uninspired Ohio State team. I already did a free pick video for that one on picks and parlays, and I gave out Mizzou. So I'm on you, 446. It's good that you watched that video and then told us. Blues in the over. Low key, road Avs have not been too hot.
If not.
Blues first period shot 2.
Not a bad look.
Might be reeling from that Coyotes collapse. That's right. The Coyotes collapse was their last game. Oh boy.
Yeah, if you want St. Louis first period, you can get St. Louis first period at plus 115.
No, the last thing I want to do is Blues first period. You could probably get an Avalanche team that comes out pissed. If anything, that makes me want to bet bet Colorado even more. But I'm pretty sure you put St. Louis one plays on the site.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I like the spot.
I'm not going to bet Colorado, but personally, I like that. I like Colorado. Biddington did not give up 5 goals last time out.
Yeah, you did.
He did. Yeah. Yeah. I got 2 plays for this game, Nick.
You got 2 plays for this
game.
game.
3 plays for this game.
3 plays for this game. All right. Let's get into it here. The Chicago Blackhawks and the Dallas Stars. We had this game open up at a 365. It's up to a 373 now for Dallas, which is absolutely ludicrous. Line opened up at a 118, and it's now down to a 117. So a slight move towards the under here in this spot as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, 90% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the Stars money line, 75% of the tickets, 99% of the cash on the Stars puck line, 30% of the tickets, 74% of the cash on the under in this game. What can potentially go wrong? I say sarcastically, but I mean, okay. Looking at this game here, I get it. The Stars are a good hockey team, but Onger's not playing this game. Onger's out right now. So you want to lay $4 with Wedgwood? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's a couple things I'm kind of looking at in this game. I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach this game because my projections definitely do not have the Dallas Stars as minus 400 favorites. That's needless to say.
Yes.
I would like to see what the plus 2.5 is for these Chicago Blackhawks. I think that's a good look if it's a reasonable number. And of course it's not. Minus 155. Cool. First period plus a half puck line, minus 125. I think that's very interesting. First full game puck line. I'm going to move on the plus 310. I'll say that now. I'm already going to be on the plus 310 in this game. I think that's crazy that they're this big of a dog. And I can get plus 360 the draw in this game. And if we're going to go for a big score here, let's make it a big freaking score. Let's get the Chicago Blackhawks to win this game in overtime and cash 2, not 1, but 2 plus 300 plus bets in one game. Give me the draw plus 360. Give me the Blackhawks at plus 310. I think that both those lines are way too high. I get it. The Blackhawks have not been great. But with that being said, they should not be plus 310 in this game. The Stars should not be laying this type of number. minus 400 is ridiculous. Blackhawks for me.
Chicago. There's got to be a way to put together a 3-leg parlay for something. And this is going to be like a mega play. Well, it's going to be a small, tiny bet, but it's going to be mega plus money is what I should say. Let me try to here. I'm going to track it on BetStamp, and that'll give me around a guess of where it's going to be. First leg, Chicago Blackhawks money line. They shouldn't be that big of a dog. Second leg, grab the draw. And the third leg, we will grab no other than Mr. Connor McDavid to score a goal.
Bedard?
Connor Bedard. That's what I meant. It is 69-1. Bang! All right, I love it. 69-1. Plus 6,900 for Blackhawks draw and Bedard goal. I'm throwing $5 at it. I gotta find if one of my books will allow me to build a parlay that way, then I'll do it. Because it looks like I don't know if I can do a draw with Bet Online. Let's check Bovada. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Come back to me, Nick. Oh, well, go to the chat real quick, and I'm gonna go try to see if I could work it this way. The
only thing I can see is a first period draw, not a full game draw.
Yeah. No, you're good. Keep going.
Let's see. Draw over. I wish I had those legal books. I really do. Plus 450 for the draw on DraftKings. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, great advice on this game. Plus 300s and parlays. I'm not playing a parlay. Tim was joking around about it. If
I could actually find a book that will allow me to do that, I will throw $5 at it.
Fair enough. Next game, we have the Arizona Coyotes and the Anaheim Ducks. Minus 130 for the Coyotes, total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between the Arizona Coyotes and the Anaheim Ducks. Line opened up at a 135. It's down to a 126, so a slight move towards those quackers. And this one here, line opened up at a 6.5 at even money. It's up to a 6.5 at plus 109. So we have a line move towards the under and a line move towards the Quacks. We have 71% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on the Coyotes. And the lines move towards the Quackers. Only 1,700 tickets, though, so take that with a grain of salt. 50% of the tickets, 83% of the cash on the under in this one as well. This is the first game I really don't have too much on. When I looked at this spot here, Coyotes, Ducks, I have a slight lean towards an under in this game, and I have this game priced at a pick'em, so it's a slight lean towards the Ducks at plus 110. Was not a game I got involved with. It's probably not a game I'm going to get involved with. It's probably going to be just a simple pass for me. I really don't want to bet against Ingram, but I don't know. This just doesn't seem like a good spot for the Coyotes as well. So they're coming in off of that big comeback win. So it's a stay off spot for me. I think there's better games on the card.
I will not be betting that one parlay because Bovada doesn't allow me to parlay the Blackhawks with the draw. So that sucks. It would be both of these teams coming off of big wins. I think as you mentioned, I at that point just kind of stay off this game. I want to have angles when it comes to the NHL. Most of the time, let's fade these teams off of big wins. They both have big wins, so it's kind of headbutting each other. It would be a look towards the Coyotes, but nothing I'm going to get involved in.
Fair enough.
Whack. Such a tricky spot. Both teams coming off big wins. There you go. Draw. No, Arizona and Reg, if anything. Actually, since it's Ingram, I'm going to just pass. If it's Dostal, I like Coyotes.
See, when you look at these two teams combined, only one of their last 20 games have gone to overtime. But if you look at the head-to-head matchups, last game went to overtime on November 1st. 3 of the last 4 and 5 of the last 9 have needed extra time between the Coyotes and the Ducks. So I don't think the draw is a bad look. These two teams have history of playing overtimes against each other.
There you go. Final hockey game, and then we'll try to run through the NBA card.
Yes. We have the Philadelphia Flyers and the Seattle Kraken. Kraken minus 130 favorites, total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have the Kraken. They opened up as minus 130 favorites. They're still minus 130 favorites. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 108. It's a 6 at minus 105 now. So move towards the under, and really no line move on the side. 86% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on these Kraken, and the line's not moved, which is kind of interesting. I can really care less about that when it comes to NHL, though. And when let's grab up my projections for this game, which my model has this game projected at. I need to put in stats from last night's game for the Kraken. So give me 2 seconds with that. Tim, break it down, and then I will break down this game. Just give me 2 seconds. I forgot to put in the numbers from the Canucks and the Flyers game last night.
Sure, I'll take a lot of time. Flyers money line. All right, back to you. No, I'm kidding. This is a Flyers team that's just been really solid on the road. And I know Seattle, everybody hyped them up preseason. They're not good. 13, 14, and 9. That's the only reason why they have a chance at making the playoffs. 9 overtime games. Which is just crazy to see how many overtime games that these teams go to. But this is a Philly spot for me. I know they're on a back-to-back after blowing out Vancouver, but it's a Philly spot, Nick.
Yeah, the more and more I look at it, the more and more this play just became really, really easy for me. I have no interest in the side. Cool. I have no interest in the total. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab a pencil. We're going to grab a paper. And we're going to draw. The Flyers have been an awesome draw team as of late. They've gone to overtime in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their last 10 games. Kraken 2 of their last 5, 3 of their last 9 have gone past regulation. The Kraken, one of the league leaders in overtime losses this year. The Flyers have 4 overtime losses. The Kraken have 9. This has become actually a pretty simple play for me. Grab out the pencil, grab out the paper, and let's draw. Plus 310 to end the night. Draw Flyers and Kraken.
Get it. Hello, it's 1100 for Chicago and overtime. Same game parlay and DK. Get on it. Flyers MLB. Yes, Flyers in baseball today.
Flyers money line something. I don't know.
Under and the draw again. Overtime. Yes, they're untouchable. Yo. What's up, Mr. Crypto Knight? How you doing today? Let's jump into the NBA, Nick.
Yep. We have the Brooklyn Nets -6 total of 242 in this game between them and the Wizards in this spot here. Let me switch over from hockey to basketball, where we have if my site would like to, there we go. I would like to load up the numbers here. There we go. Line opened up at 6.5. It's down to a 6. So a slight move towards Washington. Line opened up at a 239. It's up to a 242.5 now. So a move towards the over. Big move towards the over in this game as well. 81% of the tickets, 60% of the cash on the over. The line makes sense for that line move there. 55% of the tickets, 68% of the cash is on the Nets, but yet the line's moving towards the Wizards. So the market's saying that the Wizards could be a little bit of a live doggy in this game. Let's take a look at my projections for this one here, where I have, where is it? There's my spreadsheets. There it is. I have the Wizards around a 4.5-point dog in this game, so I do see a slight bit of value here with the Washington Wizards. Maybe it would be worth maybe a small play on the Wizards in this game. Looking at the total in this spot here. Let's take a look. Where it's moved all the way up. I can see people saying the over because the Wizards do not play defense or anything like that. But it's a stay off spot for me in this game. Lean towards the Wizards. Maybe they're worth a small sprinkle, but nothing crazy.
Although they are my covering wagons this year, I will be on the Washington Wizards today. I just see a lot of love early for Brooklyn. And I've noticed this with a couple. I'm on a couple of ugly dogs today, if you want to call them ugly dogs. And one of them is Washington today. It just seems too easy to grab Brooklyn. I know it's 6 I'm grabbing the +6 with Washington. There's a lot of tickets, a lot of money all over the Nets today. So one of the dogs, I have 4 dogs today in the NBA. First one, Washington Wizards in this one. So Washington Wizards plus the 6 versus the Nets for me, Nick. That's what I'm going to kind of look at is where, because I kind of cap them quick and then I want to dive deeper into them, see where everybody's at as well. So one of the things I noticed, a lot of people love the Nets today.
Yeah.
Wizards first half, full game over. I can see that. Under. I would lean more towards an over than an under. I like this game though, Nick.
Yeah, the Orlando Magic and the New York Knicks, the future NBA champion New York Knicks, 1.5-point road dogs, total 228 in this game. 228. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have the Knicks, the Magic opened up as 1.5-point favorites. It stayed there. Total opened up at a 228.5. It's down to a 227.5 in this spot here. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one, 61% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the Magic, minus the 1.5, 50% of the tickets, 83% of the cash on the Knicks money line. So more money. The bigger bet's coming in on the Knicks money line, but the bigger bet's coming in on the Magic for the spread. So do with that as you please. 54% of the tickets, 73% of the cash on the under in this game here. My number for this game is Orlando -1. So I see about a 0.5-point value with the Knicks. Obviously not enough to go after them here. It'd be Knicks or nothing for me, but pass.
I'm on the Magic. I'm on the Magic in this one. If this is a Knicks team that I know you, NBA. No, they're not. Let's be realistic here. And we get a Magic team that has been phenomenal at home. 11-4 at home, 10-4 against the spread at home, 20-10 against the spread in general this year. And yes, this is a Knicks team that they're a good team. I'm not saying they're not a good team, but I feel like they're going to have a little bit of regression coming up. You look at their upcoming schedule. Orlando here, Indiana. Okay, maybe that. Minnesota, that's a loss there. Bulls have been playing. Nah, that's probably a win. Philly, but I think they're. I mean, and then I look at it: Washington, Portland. All right, maybe not. But I could see New York starting to lose a couple of games, and I'm on the Magic in this one. This is a Magic team that I've been riding a lot, so and we're gonna do that. I'm betting Tim likes the Raptors +8 as one of his dogs today. No. Nope. Although I kind of lean that way. They were almost a play. They should, honestly, they probably should be, but I got my 5 plays that I like, and the Raptors would have been number 6. Future NBA champs. Yeah, that's a good one. Over in the Knicks. Barrett over 16.5 points for player props. He got embarrassed last game. Hey, as long as Orlando wins, I don't really care about who scores player props. Let's go to this one, Nick.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers definitely game I was kind of looking at here. Let's get into it here in this spot. Let's grab the line history in this spot here between Cleveland and Milwaukee. Line opened up here at a 5.5. It's up to a 6 now. So the line's moved towards Milwaukee. Line opened up at a 240. It's down to a 239.5. So it's a half-point line movement towards the under, half-point line movement towards Milwaukee. We have 76% of the tickets, 65% of the cash is on Milwaukee, and the line's moved towards them. I would have thought at 76% and 76 and 65%, this line would have moved a little bit more than half a point. 64% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the over, yet this line's moving towards the under, telling me maybe the under is a decent look in this game. If we're looking at maybe a total in this spot, markets are kind of pointing towards this game's an under. And they're not really worried about that over money coming in. Which is, I think, could be an interesting look in this game. My number for this one here is Cleveland at Milwaukee as around a 1.5, 2-point favorite in this game. I see value here with the Cavaliers, and I think I'm going to end up moving on Cavaliers in this spot. I see value in them in this game. +6 and +195. I'll move on the Cavs in this spot. And I lean under 239.5. I think this is Cavs and under. When I looked at the more and more I look at it, which means, and I think I know how I want to play this game, and it's exactly how I played the Portland Trailblazers against the Sacramento Kings the other night. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to actually be invested into this game pretty heavily. Cleveland +6, -110. Cleveland money line +195. Milwaukee team total under 123, -115. I'm going to triple down on this game. Well, really 2.5 down on this game, because it's the money lines is a half or a 0.3 unit bet, and the other two are 0.6. So, I'm going to be on the on the Cleveland Cavaliers spread, money line, and the Milwaukee team total under is what I meant to say there.
Here's another one of my dogs. Give me the Cavs. I think this is I don't like backing the Milwaukee Bucks, especially when they are road favorites. That's just not the spot that I want to go after them. So I'm personally kind of just looking at this one going, yeah, I'm not really sure if backing the Bucks at a minus price tag is a good idea. And I don't think it is. I think the Cavaliers are live dogs in this one. I think they realistically are live in this one. So when it comes to it, I did grab the Cavs. I think they have a strong showing here, possibly win this game outright versus the Milwaukee Bucks. At bare minimum, they cover. I see a lot of people just love Milwaukee today. I'm jumping on the opposite side. Give me a little bit of Cleveland for this one, Nick.
On the same page there. And I'm on the board now for the NBA for this slate.
Right on. Back to the chat. Oop. Love the Nuggies today. I'm not going to touch the Nuggies today, and we'll talk over them in a little bit. I'm not grabbing the opposite side, though. Like the Bucks first half full game. Nope, not interested in the Bucks today. I love my Bucks and Nuggies tonight. Go Nuggies tonight. I don't know about the Nuggets. Back off the Nuggets for a minute. Over. Cavs coming off that comeback win. No thanks. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Mitchell over 30 points. He's on fire versus no Bucks, no defense Bucks. Maybe you could look towards an over in this game. I won't talk you off an over, but I'll be on the Cavs.
Markets are loving that under.
Okay. I lean away in this one, but I end up not playing this game. Although
Sacramento and Atlanta, we have Atlanta as 1-point favorites, total of 252 in this game. Big total. And it's gone up, opened up at 249 up to a 252. Line opened up at Atlanta -1. It got to a pick'em and it's back to Atlanta -1. So, and this actually did get to a +1 for Atlanta at one point. So the Kings did creep into the favorites and then they come back as dogs. 88% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Kings money line, 85% of the tickets, 61% of the cash is on the Kings spread. 75% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. And the line's moved up. So, I mean, the line move towards the over makes sense. Atlanta doesn't play defense. Sacramento, after the way they played against Portland, I would expect to want to shoot better than what they did in that game. That was an easy under for them for that. And looking at the my numbers for this game here, where is my spreadsheets? I keep losing my spreadsheets. There it is. I have the Hawks as a 1-point favorite. I think this line's correct. I think I would lean Hawks if I had to, gun to my head, had to bet a side in this game. Hawks, public all over the Kings. So it'd be Hawks or nothing for me, but no play.
It would be a lean towards the Hawks as well. And the thing is, I look at this game, I don't think the Hawks should be favorited. That's kind of my basis off is I just don't think the Hawks should be favorited at all. I looked at this one and that kind of, and when I think, oh, this team should not be favored and they're favored, I'm like, all right, then they're probably favorited for a reason. Because this Hawks team is not good. This is a Hawks team that is, 6 games under? So yeah, 12-18 is a slight favorite versus a 17-12 team. That kind of tells me everything I need to know. It's a strong lean towards the Hawks today. But I decided, because if I started betting all my leads, everything, there would be 10 plays up on the site today. So I end up keeping the Hawks off, and I end up keeping the Raptors off my card. So those plays will end up hitting. So there you go. But it is a strong lean towards the Hawks.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
D-Mitch hasn't played since the 18th. Markets don't like the Nuggies. Thunder best against the spread team, kind of like the Thunder. I'm leaning Thunder as well. No play. I think Hawks also under 241.5 at plus 215. 241 is big enough to go on under.
I don't hate that look whatsoever.
It's an all bet. Yeah, I know. We figured out because it's a 251 total. So yeah,
That's
I don't hate that look.
A really interesting bet there. I don't mind that.
I like that. I like that. Speaking of that Raptors game, though.
Yeah, let's get into it here. This is a game I think I have intentions on moving on. So let's get into it here. The Celtics are 7.5-point favorites, total of 225 in this spot. Let's take a look here. Boston. There we go. This line opened up at an 8.5, down to an 8. So the line's moved half a point towards the Raptors. Line opened up at a 226. It's down to a 225.5. So it's moved a half point towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow here, we have, 75% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on these Raptors in this game. We have 32% of the tickets, but 54% of the cash on the under. So it looks like sharp money coming in on this under here, which I can definitely see Boston playing a little bit better defensively. This is the second half of back-to-back for Boston, which I think is why we're getting such a nice price with Boston here at 7.5. The public loving the Toronto Raptors in this game. I think that game against Detroit was a smack in the mouth, and I know the Celtics won that game last night. But I expect the Celtics to come out strong, and dominate this game. And I would like to move on Boston in some way, shape, or form in this game. First half is 4.5, full game is 8. I would probably look towards the 8 full game for them to just run away with this game late, kind of like what they did in the second half last night. I know they're on the second half of a back-to-back, which is kind of scary for them. But with that being said, I'm going to move on the Celtics -8 in this game. My numbers have them around I believe a 12-point favorite. This is one of the higher graded plays of the day for me. Give me some Celtics here -8.
Yeah, I leaned Rockets. Not Rockets, sorry.
Raptors.
Raptors. I leaned Raptors in this game. Not enough for me to get to it, obviously. I kind of wanted to play a little bit more conservative today, not betting every single game. So this one, it ended up being a strong lean towards the the Raptors, but not enough for me to partake. So this one will end up being a stay away from me, Nick.
Fair enough. Yep, I'm gonna ride with the Celtics here at 8.
Nah, Nuggets want revenge for the last matchup. That's right. Oklahoma City is one of the Nuggets' 2 losses at home. I forgot about that. He might play tonight. Bucks play no defense. Over in Celtics. I could see the over in that game for sure. For sure. Let's jump into this game, Nick.
Yeah, this one's interesting. I'm assuming this is a no Embiid line. -2.
Embiid is out.
Embiid is out. Heard.
Again.
Again. Quite the MVP there. Keeps sitting out games. It's down. This line's down to a 1.5. I'm starting to see on books.
But sorry, Nick. He only sits out against winning teams.
Good point. This line opened up here with the Sixers as 1-point favorites. It's actually gone up to a 1.5 on Bet Online. It did get up to a 2 at one point, and it's back down to a 1.5. Line opened up at a 217.5. It's up to a 224.5. So a big line movement towards this over. 7 points. This hasn't moved too far. Let's take a look here at the cash flow in this game, where we have 60% of the tickets, 54% of the cash is on the 76ers. Lines move towards them. 79% of the tickets, 91% of the cash is on the Sixers. Lines move towards them. 71% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the over. The lines move dramatically towards this over here in this spot. My number for this game is, where is it? Philly -4. I see value on Philly here in this spot. And I would kind of interested in their money line here at $1.25 here. I get it. They're on the road. The Rockets play better on the road at home than they do on the road. But I'm very interested in the Sixers here at -125.
This is another game I kind of just stayed away from. Yeah, it's a lean towards the Rockets. Anytime I could see Philly lose is a good day. But it's once again, it's just a confusing factor that Embiid just happens to miss all the games against the winning teams. And once again, you get a winning team right now in the Rockets. And I kind of lean Rockets. But I'm not going to be going after this game. Whenever there's a bunch of injuries and stuff and players out, I just kind of stay away from those games. So this one's a pass for me.
I'll make it official. Philadelphia 76ers money line. -125 in this game.
Tim was leaning Raps. That's good enough for me. Sounds good, dude. Yes, and Nuggets had 10-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Kind of let that one slip away. Yeah. SGA owes me money. It's one of those factors where a player owes you money. Rockets. Philly is trash, right, Tim? I don't like Philly. Rockets, how many home losses?
I can look that up.
That would be 4 home losses.
Make it 5 after tonight.
No crying. No crying Embiid. Yes. You're on the Sixers. I think Rockets are starting to regress. I can see that. Dylan Brooks is out, which means absolutely nothing. I like this game, Nick.
Yeah. This is an ugly game. Ugly game. We have 3 games left. The Suns 15.5-point home favorites, total 230.5. Good God, 15.5 points. Who wants to lay that with the Suns team right now? Let's take a look here at the line history in this spot. And apparently people do. Line opened up at a 15. It's gone up to a 15.5. Line opened up at a 234.5. It's down to a 230.5. We have 40% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the Suns at 15.5. The line's moved to half a point. So sure. And we have 73% of the tickets, 50% of the cash on the over, yet the line's moving towards the under. And my number for this game, I believe, and this is gross, this is my highest graded play of the day, is on the Charlotte Hornets at 15.5. And it's absolutely disgusting.
Yep.
But I'm going to probably move on the Hornets here at 15.5. It's 850 on the money line. You know I'm going to do a little sprinkle on that. Only 0.1 units for that one, though. 0.1 units on the money line at 850, my bad. And the Hornets spread plus 15.5. I moved on both. Maybe I'm just a sucker for this one here, but I'm on Charlotte in this game. Charlotte plus 15.5, which is just entirely too many points for the Suns team to be laying. And small 0.1 unit play on the money line plus 150.
Yeah, I'm in the same exact spot. I'm grabbing the Hornets plus the bajillion points. I'm trying to figure out a reason why Phoenix is this big of a favorite. Is Bradley Beal finally in? No. I just don't understand why they're this big of favorites. Just Suns don't deserve to be this big of favorites. I know the Hornets are bad, but 15.5 points bad? No, I don't think so. 15.5 plus 15.5 on the Hornets. That's another one of my dogs.
Yeah. This is just way too high of a line.
Hornets first half. Sure this is a Hornet spot. Yes, Hornets. Laughing. Suns have no business laying 16.5 points, even if the Earle bros were playing. Oh, hold on. No. I would lay 15 and 16.5 points against me and Nick.
I would lay 50 points against me.
Yeah. 3 of 4 Rockets home losses since 12-20. I'll pass on that. Laughing. Even 15.5. Yeah, I know. Hornets keep getting a lead and then blowing it last 3 games. Let's try this again against the worst home team in the league. Let's do it. Yeah, 16 is crazy. There's no way this. Don't do that. Beal game time decision. Hey, he might be back today. Hornets lost by 21 yesterday, and anytime I bet them over plus 10, they F me. Well, I'm doing it today.
He does bring up a good point. There's no chance the Suns lose this game at all. Not a chance the Suns lose this game.
So, let's jump into this game. This was interesting.
2 games left. Oklahoma City Thunder, Denver Nuggets. Nuggets 3-point favorites, total of 236.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in the spot. Forgot this side of my computer. All right. This line's gone down to a 2.5. This line opened up with the click, please. There we go. Line opened up Denver 3.5 down to a 2.5, so it's moved a full point. Line opened up 233. It's up to 236.5. So it's moved up 3.5 points. We have 60% of the tickets and 64% of the cash is on the Thunder. The line's moved towards the Oklahoma City Thunder. All makes sense. They're all as good and well. 87% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. And looking at my projection for this game here, I have the Nuggets around a 1.5, 2-point favorite. So I think this line move is correct. Really. It's a small lean towards OKC. Not anything I'm going to get involved with. Maybe under my new betting system starting on the 1st, this would be a 0.2 unit play or something small on the Thunder, something like that. Nothing crazy. But for this right now, it's just a pass for me.
I lean Thunder. Nuggets are coming off a big blowout win with Nikola Jokic making history. Oh, wait, he makes history like every other game. With the Nikola Jokic having another big game. Now, I will say, all the starters played 3 quarters yesterday. Nobody really had extended minutes for the Nuggets, which is great to see, considering that they were. Let's look at the minutes played for the starters yesterday for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic, 30 minutes. 23 for Watson, 23 for Porter, 26 for Murray, 25 for Caldwell Pope. You saw a bunch of run from Braun and Strother. Reggie Jackson got a decent run. Drew Holiday got a decent run. DeAndre Jordan got the 4th quarter. The Nuggets didn't have to play in the 3rd quarter because it was ugly. And it got even uglier in the 4th. The Nuggets were winning they won the 4th quarter by 14. Yeah, they were up huge. They were up 20 plus going into the fourth. They sat their starters. So you do get a rested Nuggets team, but I'm not touching them today. The only thing I would bet in this game is Nick.
You over?
Nikola Jokic triple-double.
Okay.
But that's kind of blind at this point. But anyways, Nuggets 9-1 last 10. That one is to the Thunder by 1 point. Yes. Michael Buena's back. I like the Nuggets first quarter minus a half. Nuggets 10-3 against the spread in the first quarter at home. Best in the NBA. 3-game at the house playing with revenge. I like the Nuggets first quarter because Nikola Jokic plays the entire first quarter. Yes, he does. I could see the over in this game too. Final game and final doggy, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. They're at the LA Clippers in the spot here. Clippers 7.5 point favorites in this game. Total of 225.5. Taking a look at the line history in this one here, where we have the Clips opened up as, there we go, 6.5 point favorites. They're up to a 7. Line opened up at a 225.5. So no line movement on the total on this game. We have 56% of the tickets, 87% of the cash is on the Grizzlies. Lines move towards the Clippers. So interesting line movement there. 62% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the over. And the line is moved. The line is not moved for the total. Let's take a look at my projections for this game where I see value on the Clippers at 7. At 7, I think there's value on the Clippers in this spot. I look towards LA. Memphis on the second half of a back-to-back. I get it. They just got their ass whooped last night. I just don't see this as a Memphis spot at all. It would be Clippers or nothing for me. At 7, I would lean that way. I would prefer a 7, or at 7.5 at the lean, I'd prefer a 7. It's a pass for me at the moment, but I would lean towards those Clips.
Now, I will say, it looks like Ja Morant could be back today. He was out yesterday.
He was scared of Denver. Okay.
No, he was sick. But Kawhi Leonard is questionable for today's game as well. So both those guys, I think it's a big bounce back spot. When you just got blown out 142 to 107, was it? By 40 points, you come back stronger. I think the Memphis Grizzlies are a live dog to win this game outright. I mentioned this in the since Ja came back, when Ja played, they are 4-0. If he plays tonight, I think they win. Honestly, this team looks a lot different because they actually have production from the point guard position. So that's really good to see if you're a Memphis Grizzlies fan. And I see this as a good spot for the Grizzlies in this one. So I will be on Memphis. Plus the 7.5 in this one as my final dog of the day.
Fair enough.
See, now Untouchable sounds smart. There you go. Joker MVP. 100% agree. Lean Clippers, but last game the Grizzlies had a 15-point lead on the Clips, and the Grizzlies offense was cooking without Ja. That's fine. I'm gonna be on it. Is Kawhi sitting out? No. Well, I don't know. He's questionable. See you, Earle Bros. Great show. Thanks for letting me part of it. Hey, if you show up each day, you can always be part of it. I'm taking the Clippers. Have fun. That is all the games for today. We'll do quick housekeeping and then recap and then head out. Housekeeping. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. Or the logos are above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. You guys get the entire card, which is already posted out. So bada bing, bada boom. Let's make some money today. Recap for today in the NHL. I like the over in the Florida game. I like the under in the Islanders game, along with team total unders and draws and all that good stuff in the Islanders game. And then kind of lean Colorado, Chicago, money line, and the draw, and Bedard. And then I like Philly. In the NBA, we'll go Wizards, Magic, Cavs, Charlotte, and we'll wrap it up with Memphis. Nick?
Yeah. In the NHL, I am rocking with the Columbus Blue Jackets at plus 175 and the over 7 at even money. I like the Detroit Red Wings at minus 115, Florida Panthers minus 125, Ottawa Senators minus 105. I doubled down on the Islanders today. You get pumped 7 goose, I'm backing you. First period, puck line, full game, -1. St. Louis Blues plus 140, Chicago Blackhawks plus 310, Chicago Dallas draw 360, Philadelphia Seattle draw plus 310 is what I'm rolling with there. In the NBA, I'm on the Cavaliers big tonight. +6, Cavs plus 195, Milwaukee team total under 123 in that game. Boston -8 against the Raptors, Sixers money line -125, Hornets plus 15.5, and Hornets plus 850 to close out my card there. Plus sprinkle on the 850.
There you go. Dylan Brooks can't guard Kawhi and Paul George. I agree. Unfortunately, for Dylan Brooks, he's in Houston, so it's not going to really matter. So, no bowl games today. No, there's not. No, there is. No? Yeah, there's bowl games today. There's plenty of them. Nick, have you capped the FCS championship game yet?
Give me 2 seconds. I can look at what my projections would say.
Say I'm taking a shot with Napoli money line, money 8 on Monza. Okay. I'm only betting the EPL because that's the only thing I can put up on the site. And they're at home. Wizards notorious for giving the Nets problems. I have a feeling it's going to be a good underdog night. I think so too. I think it's going to be a good underdog night. I might go and put my 4 underdogs in a round robin. So we'll see with that. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow.
Real quick to touch on that. At 12.5, it's a 1-point lean towards Montana. I have the game at around 11.5.
There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, guys.